Good afternoon once again, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to round 6 of SRL's Mazda GT League on Gran Turismo Sport. This race is held at the fictional track in Japan known as Kyoto Yamagiwa, as opposed to Kyoto Miyabi or Kyoto Miyabi plus Yamagiwa, or Kyoto Miyabi plus Yamagiwa 2, or Kyoto Yamagiwa 2. I think that's covered all of them. But this track was one of the two that I nominated, and I'm really in tune with it. Love this chicane, for example. The other track that I nominated, of course, was Lago Maggiore, which didn't go very well in round 3. But here in round 6, I hope to recreate the magic I did at Nürburgring and possibly take a second win of the season, and thereby extend my championship lead over currently Fubbles, who's I think 13 points behind, having triumphed last race in Brands Hatch, becoming the first two-time winner of the series. However, Fubbles not with the greatest lap so far in qualifying. I already have pole. As I come around the last corner here, I'm actually showing you my best lap of the session, which would be pole. I think it's a 32 dead. We'll see as I cross the line. It's about to happen right now. Yep, 32 dead. That was pole. Really quite happy with that lap. Hadn't gone much faster in the practice session we had before that. The half an hour practice session, of course. Anyway, pole it would be. 8-man grid. Standing start this time. The wiper's not here to throw that out of kilter. And the standing start went really well for us. I launched my Mazda off the line, and it was Minardi Berger, who of course is OP Magic on his other account, in second. My teammate Murph in third. We're actually doing really well in the Constructors' Championship at the moment, as Murph moves up to third in the championship at around this stage. There was an early challenge from Minardi, who had a look down the inside. He actually got almost half his car alongside mine, but I had the line to turn around him. He of course would have understeered into me. Thankfully he didn't misjudge his braking point, and indeed later in the stint, it's only lap 5 right now, our lead just blew out. It was 7 seconds after that chicane, went to 10 seconds all of a sudden. There must have been a collision at the chicane. As I entered the pits, it was up to 13. Really quick opening pit stop. I decided not to fuel the car, so I'd get out in the lead. Turns out I overestimated how long the pit lane was. It's a really short pit lane, and I got out well in the lead. Obviously P2 and P3 pitted that lap as well. I pitted every 6 laps. The pit lane was short enough to have as many pit stops as you really wanted. Took a bit of fuel in the second stop, tried to get the fuel to a minimum amount so I wouldn't wear the tyres too much, and had a quicker lap time throughout the stint. Lap 16, Minardi, who obviously was running second at the start, unfortunately was paused and away doing something, so he would go a lap down. Final pit stop, gave it a 5-lap stint, because it's obviously 23 laps, not 24, to make it perfect. 6-6-6-6. By this time the lead was already almost half a minute, and Fubbles was up to second to his credit. Murph running in P3 for a double team podium. Unfortunately HSV down in 6th at this point. I think everyone at some stage in the race had been second other than me. A fascinating battle occurred behind. However, our lead was so massive. I think it's actually the biggest gap there has been between first and second all season. So I'll take that record, and really happy with that. This lap, of course, is my PB in the race. Turned out to be the fastest lap in what was quite a nice hat-trick for me. And I'm glad, of course, that I picked this track as one of my 2 nominations. This, of course, means that the championship lead will extend. Fubbles did end up finishing second, so only by 3 points to 16, with 2 rounds remaining, one of course being Bathurst. I'm pretty sure that's not double points though. So looking very good, of course. 30 points on offer for a win in this series, so 60 in total. After this round being 16, looking pretty good due to the way that points don't really taper up until you completely don't finish a race, which is really what's affected Stingray and Dynamite since they've been away for 2 weeks. Stingray, of course, for health concerns, and Dynamite, I think, disenfranchised with the game or the league. Either way, we'll take it. 6 finishes in this one. Nemo and OP, or Manani Burger as he's now known, dropping out. And there is that 32.0, almost as quick as the pole time. I think that would have been pole itself. Anyway, around the last corner we come, and it is victory by a margin of 32.5 seconds in the end. Actually, I didn't even get to see that on this leaderboard that I'm about to show you because it takes that long for those guys to get there. Really don't know how that occurred or what about this track just clicks so well for me, but it certainly did. Next time is the retro round at Bathurst. We'll be running a different livery. I've been Jacko. See you then.